What's up, guys? Johnny Longnipples here, and today we're going to be continuing the rant on bump stocks. I'm pretty sure everybody's sick of hearing it at this point, and honestly, I'm kind of on that same boat too. I'm sick of talking about it, and I'm sick of all the BS that's constantly going on with all this, but there's a couple of things that I just wanted to point out. Now, I'm a little bit late on this. I was trying to get this on the last upload of the bump stock video that I did, but there's a couple of things that I wanted to sort of add on to that. For starters, I think you guys should definitely check out this video that the Gun Collective has put out. They are very good with legal briefings and explaining how everything works, especially with the law and all the gun related type bullcrap that goes on, especially here in recent times. You should definitely give them a shout. Be sure to subscribe to them. They're a good channel and they're very informative. Another video that I think you guys should really check out, regardless of what your stance is on the bump stock situation, this extends out more than just the bump stocks, because as I've said before, this has nothing to do with the stocks. Like it always does, it has nothing to do with stocks, it has nothing to do with guns. It's all about control. That's what it always comes down to. But the thing is, guys, you gotta understand that it's just a hunk of plastic. I mean, there's people on YouTube, of course, I'm sure YouTube shuts them down, but it doesn't take much. I actually came across I'm not going to show it here because I haven't been able to find it, but there's a device that is just the grip that moves back and forth, and it does the same thing as the bump stock. It's bump firing, and apparently that's been banned too. I didn't even know that this existed until a few nights ago. But the whole thing is anything to increase the rate of fire is essentially going to be banned. And this is just beyond ridiculous. But nonetheless, it's a giant piece of plastic and that's it. But it should fall under the category of my property, because yeah, some of the YouTube comments that I've seen, well, you can just 3D print one. Well, yeah, as true as that may be, it's still my property. Another YouTube channel I think that you should check out here. This is I believe she's a lawyer of some type in Idaho, I think is the state. Her channel name is 3F Words. You should definitely check this out. I wanted to show just a snippet of this video right here at about 7 minutes and 30 seconds where she explains this a lot better than I can.
This is about much more than the Second Amendment. This rulemaking process has violated the sanctity of Congress and its authority to say what our laws are. So we don't want government employees writing the laws. We want Congress passing laws, courts interpreting the laws, and that has been so severely violated in this process. We need to take action and we need to fight it. Another point is that the government cannot take your property without just compensation, but that's exactly what they're trying to do. They are going to tell you, and they have told you now, that after this rule is finalized, you have 90 days to destroy your slide fire or any mechanism that you may have that harnesses that energy and causes your gun to fire more than once. So I don't know if they want people to cut off their fingers. You know, what are we talking about here? What are they going to find in the future that you haven't destroyed that they think justifies charging you with a crime? This is scary stuff, and the government should not be taking your property without paying you. But this definition is so arbitrary and capricious is the legal phrase. It is so general, it is so vague, it covers so much more than what I think most people are thinking it covers. This is beyond bump stocks, folks. This is widespread, it's a problem, and you cannot be the sheep on this one and sit back and watch things happen and just blindly hand over your property to the government. You're going to have to fight.
Now, unfortunately, I think that there, in this case, is just an overwhelming amount of people who are not necessarily opposed to the bump stock ban. However, there's too many people, I think, that are just on the fence, or even gun owners who are just like, he didn't care. Look, I'm sorry, but this is something I think you need to take a side on. And as she puts it a lot better than I can. It's more about my property, and it's about the government just continuously trying to take control of us. Now, I'm very disappointed, to say the least, that Trump, out of all the people, is going to be the one that says that he wants to ban the stocks. Now, whether that may be if he was misled, I've heard things like that. People just feeding him bullcrap to make it sound like it's all evil and crap. I don't know what Trump's actual stance is on the Second Amendment. Yeah, he said, "Oh, I support it." Yeah, but do you really? The thing is, too, is there's still a number of people who are like, "What's a bump stock?" And of course, I always I have to explain it to them, and it seems like there's actually a rather large number of people who don't even know what it is. But that's also what you can expect from people who know nothing about firearms. And maybe it is just me because I do know more than the average person, or at least, I mean, through my experience and through my peers. I've been selling firearms for the better of 6 years now that I can remember, and it's surprising how many new people that there are and just absolutely know nothing about firearms. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. It's just, it does kind of get annoying in situations like this because the importance of what this actually is, it's not about the stocks. It's about control, and I hope that people understand that. And this kind of leads into the next thing that I wanted to talk about here is that, as I said in a couple of videos before, I want to see proof that any bump stock device was even used on the damn shooting, because this is the only. If this shooting never happened, the bump stocks would not be under fire. No pun intended. It, it would not even be being looked at. It's been legal for the past I don't know how long. Up until now, even during the Obama bullcrap, I would say it's safe to say after the Clinton ban, after that was lifted, I'm pretty sure it was legal to drill a hole into the stock and throw a little rod thing on there with a grip or whatever kind of crazy contraption you can come up with to achieve the effect of a bump stock has been legal up until now, and it's just because that's what they're blaming it on is this shooting. And so I don't know why I never tried this before, but of course we're going to trust our communist run Google proof that the shooter actually used a bump stock. So obviously there's thousands of results that we could sit here and go through. Of course we'd be here all day, but we're just going to use this first one here as an example, this first listing. And it says, this is the list of guns and evidence from the Vegas shooter. Okay. We're not going to watch the video here. Apparently, these were the guns that were found inside his room. So, we have a Colt M4 carbine with a bump stock. Ooh, yeah. Why is it not surprising that that's the very first one on there? Noveske M4 with a bump stock. Oh, and he even had an EOTech on it because I want a $600 optic on a rifle that I'm just going to chunk after... Oh, Jesus Christ. Let me see. LWRC. POF USA. Christensen Arms. Another POF. Another Colt competition. LWRC, FN. Oh, look, even a Daniel Defense. Ooh, he even had a bipod on it because, yeah, we want a bipod for a mass shooting. Look at that. FN, POF, Daniel Defense. Okay, for those of you who don't know, oh, look at that. Yeah, look at that. SIG, 716 and 308. Whoa. What I'm getting at, guys, is if you're new to firearms or if you're not sure what I'm getting at here, these are all extremely high-end firearms. Now, I'm not going to say, I mean, maybe it's more high-end for me personally because I don't have millions of dollars, but okay, Colt, Noveske, especially POF, LWRC, Christensen POF, FN, all these are high-end firearms. You can buy AR-15s for the most part nowadays, depending on what kind of political nonsense is going on at the time. Usually for around $400 or $500. Now, yes, that is a low-end AR-15, but in terms of just functionality and not getting into all the brands, you can purchase a functioning AR-15 for about $500-ish. Okay. Now, all these guns that are listed right here, every single one of these firearms, I think with the exception of this last one that I saw here, the Ruger American, oh, well, this is a bolt action, that's only like a little $400 or so firearm. All these other Semi-automatic firearms that we have listed here are all well over $1,000. Now, I could go and look up every single one of these prices on MSRP, but that's not really the point. But I can tell you, I promise you, especially, we'll just use this one here for example. The Daniel Defense M4A1 with a bump stock. I like how every one of these has bump stocks, whatever. But this gun itself is well over at least $2,000. I don't even think wholesalers get them for at least like 17 or 18. It is not cheap. Anywho, and the EOTech, these are not cheap either. They typically retail for about $400 or $500 depending on model. I'm sure they've may have gone up since the last time I've been at a gun store. It's been a while. But overall, this right here, and I'm just throwing numbers out, but this is easily a $2,000 to $3,000 investment. Okay, now I don't know who this douchebag shooter was. I don't know anything about him. I don't know if these could have all been given to him. Who knows? This doesn't really matter. Why? What he had in his own home. I mean, this does look like a pretty lengthy collection here. I'm actually kind of jealous about what he has in here, especially this one right here. That would have been nice to have. But of course, that's just the gun guy speaking in me here. Anywho, so it has here. Okay, let's view the photo gallery of evidence that he or that they allegedly have. Okay, this is just some overviews here, but I want to see the proof that he used bump stocks. Okay, so here's the first one with any kind of firearms present. So we've got this little rifle right here. That sure doesn't look like a bump stock to me, but of course it's a crappy picture. Oh look, there's two firearms over here. Can't really see a bump stock on those. Let's go to the next one. Looks like another side of the picture, can't really tell there. Oh, we have a drill here. I wonder if it's an assault drill. Who knows what all this crap is right here? This probably insinuates that he was making it, or God knows what he was doing. Okay, so it looks like we have just the where they probably breached the door. Looks like there's a bunch of shots there. Some more evidence. Of course, there's all the looks like broken glass, shell casings. Let's see. Not sure what that is, but okay, so here we can clearly see a rifle to your right hand side. Now, it's hard to tell. Now, this one actually does look like it may have some modification to it, but it's not clear. Now, if you know bump stocks intimately, you can tell that on the buffer tube, on the top part of it, it's hard to see here. And I'm not going to blow up the picture because it'll just deplete the quality. But the open part is exposed. Now, that's not to say that this maybe is just a regular stock that's extended back. You can't tell by the picture. That's kind of the point. Looks like there's two firearms right here. That one actually looks like the Daniel Defense, just judging by the side of it. But, you can't clearly see that there's a bump stock. Ooh, yeah, there's a shocker. We have another gun over here. Another gun just laying over here. Okay, so here's a better picture. Now, this actually may be the first one that you can almost tell that might have a bump stock. It kind of has the shape right here, but still, it's not clear. I can't see it. Not sure about this one right here. The picture isn't clear. I mean, it kind of looks like it. I know there's probably going to be some people who will argue about it. This one clearly does not have a stock. This is as plain as day right here. It does not have a stock on it. You have your regular adjustable stock right here. It's extended all the way out by the looks of it. There's your pistol grip. It does not have one. This one actually does look like it has one. Typically speaking, most of your regular stocks don't have this little bar right here. That one may actually have one on there, but again, I can't really see it that clearly. That one may actually have one on there. But I want like hard solid proof. I don't understand why they didn't show a closer up picture of it. Maybe it's because whoever was doing this didn't think it to be necessary. I'm not really sure. Can't really see anything over here in this little bed looking thing. Looks like this is basically the same picture. You still can't really tell. It does kind of look like it here. Still not so sure on this one. If the picture was just a little better quality, you might be able to see it. Looks like this is just another picture. I don't know what all this is right here. I'm kind of curious to know what this is, and I'm assuming that that's where the shooting took place, but why the guns were all just scattered everywhere is beyond me. Why has this gun just propped up on the bipod over here? What the hell is going on? Not sure what's going on here. Okay, so whoever was doing the pictures found it was necessary to. That looks like just the pistol grip of something, but I actually don't know what that is. I mean, was this really a necessary picture? Of course, that looks like that's the entrance. And that is the end of the pictures. Nothing I can scroll on to. So again, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I mean, I am blind. I don't have the best eyesight in the world, but I don't see any clear evidence of any kind of bump stock. I mean, that looks awfully close. I mean, that does fit the shape. This one does fit the shape of. I want to say it's one of the slide fires, but I can't see clear evidence of it. But who knows anymore at this point? Yeah, I can't see anything else. And why does he? It says that there's a scuba mask. What was that all about? Is this guy huffing something? Oh, God knows. I don't know anymore. Anywho, I'm very disappointed, to say the least, with Trump, to say that he's going on with this decision. I don't know what to even think about this anymore. And again, I know we're kind of tired of hearing about this whole bump stock thing. I don't think that this should even be an issue. I still think that this whole thing is a sham. But we all know what happens with conspiracy theories. Most people, I don't want to say most people, but I'm sure there's several people who probably believe them. But then everyone just writes it off. It's not like the government actually will confirm nor deny anything that there is. But I'm still convinced that this entire thing is just all a ploy. I'm sure the Democrats either hired him or put him up to it or whatever. Or heck, it's not probably not even the Democrats anymore. It's probably been anybody in power. I mean, I don't believe in the whole sleeper agent thing, but I'm sure that was more the case on here, just so they can take away another right. But anywho, I've had a little bit of feedback on these, so I just wanted to kind of do another update. Hopefully, this won't be something that will turn us all into felons, but this is probably going to be the last video I do on bump stocks for the time being. If it does go into effect, I'm probably going to make a long rant video, or if the case that if we win this whole thing and bump stocks continue to be legal, I'm sure that there's going to be some lashing out. I don't really know. I can't see the future. I may choose to make another video at that point, but I guess right now is just the time to wait and see. So we will go from there. I hope you've enjoyed. Have a good one.